that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull.
Levioso!
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Levioso!
Good form.
I know.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick man.
There you go. Complicates things.
Levioso!
I do enjoy lively duels. If only all my students were this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Seem right to me. Always encouraging me to keep plenty of Wiggenweld potion in my trunk. Oh, we'd have more fun in our dormitory if the prefects would conveniently go on holiday. I brought sweets from Honeydukes to share with the girls in my dormitory tonight. No acid pops, though. Not before bed.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
My family's owl is getting too old. Half of the letters end up in the local pond.
I do get nervous when the owls fly into the Great Hall. One's bound to crash into me eventually. Yes, it is.
I can't imagine receiving a howler, especially in front of the whole school during a feast.
I wish I received letters from home more often. I like knowing what my sisters are up to. The youngest is learning to denome the garden.
I hope to have an owl of my own one day.
I can't wait till all my sisters are at Hogwarts with me. Their turn to send the owls home.
Once, my sister sent me a howler simply because I brought one of her scarves to school with me. She never even wears it.
Hogwarts must have hundreds of owls in the owlery. Wonder if there's any mice left.
I find its location a little untoward itself.
If I could undo all that happened that day...
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
At least 1,000 times.
I'm trying to grow some asphodel in the greenhouses. Such a beautiful flower. I almost hate drying out the roots for potions. I don't mind herbology myself. I'll take a mandrake any day over an annoying little puffskein. I miss having my own bedroom. One of the girls in our room recites potion recipes in her sleep, another sings, and another mumbles incantations. Weasley said she always found the dormitory a good place to read. Better than the library. I don't trust any of the boys. You find one venomous tentacular on your pillow and you don't soon forget. I do wish I had a bigger trunk, though. I find the girls to be messier than trolls, truth be told.
Do you think we'll learn how to brew Amortentia? Strongest love potion, they say. Not that I care, you understand. I was just wondering.
I accidentally dropped a flobberworm down my robes in potions once. You'd think I'd been hit with Tarantallegra the way I was prancing. Mortifying it was.
Poor Susan in those second-hand robes. Looks like her grandmother in them. Smells like her too.
Since when should it matter what anyone looks like? Surely it's about cleverness? Or wealth?
He said I had a complexion like a hippocampus egg. Fancy saying that? I think it's because I don't sleep well.
I tried to send a note to someone I like. If only I hadn't done it in potions.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?